Hey, free thinkers. You know, being a parent, you have to let your adult children take responsibility of their lives because they have no problem always coming to you to save them. And if you keep saving them, they're never gonna learn. You know, growing up, I have my two children and didn't really have anybody to fall back on to ask for anything. So whatever we had to make do or make sure that we didn't indulge or overspend, so that we don't have. So our lights were always on, our rent was always paid, car notes, car insurance, food, clothing. That's top of basic stuff. We have to make sure that we have. But you see, your children, when they're growing up, don't see that you make sacrifices for them to make sure that they have. And it's a bad thing when you don't show your children that you have to make sacrifice for them, because then in their heads, you, the parent, had it easy. Not understanding the type of work and the time it takes to go out there and take care of the responsibility. Now, I say this because when their children now become adults and they have their own children, meaning that now they have their own responsibility, for some reason they think that they're supposed to always come back and ask you for things. For instance, money. Okay? Not understanding that while you accumulate your money to put aside for you, somehow they think that's supposed to also trickle down to them. Don't know why. But for me and my wife, now and then, frequently the kids come back and say, can you help me? And I've made a decision a long time ago, years ago, that I don't help people who could help themselves, but feels that the best way to help themselves is to come in back to us to be bailed out. And I think that's a bad precedent to set for your children because they're never going to stop. Because there's a point of your life where you're going to retire and the funds that you have accumulated, you're going to need it for your lifestyle, not for them. And they're not thinking like that you're putting money aside for when you retire. They think you're putting it aside for them. And that's a bad thing to set your children up on. Um, Now and then they come and they say their rent is overdue. Well, when did you know it's going overdue? You know it's always the first of the month, right? But then I watch them or watch him with brand new Jordans on, True Religion jeans. Hair has to be braided, clothing that they have to wear. But those things have to be, they don't think about until it's time for the bills to be paid. And they want to tell you that the light's going to get cut off. My phone bill needs to be paid. My child needs this. Those are your responsibility. You're now an adult, no longer a child. So that's not my responsibility, nor your mom's responsibility. That when you feel that you did not take care of your responsibility, now that becomes our responsibility. No, it doesn't. It's still your responsibility. And parents have to understand that by helping your children to fix their issues, you're not helping them. You're hindering them. Because then they'll never go out to go do more to maintain their lifestyle. They come to you and you're taking out from your private funds to help them. Some children will go as far as telling you that if you don't help them, then you can't see the grandchildren. Okay, that's on you. But at no time do I think parents who raise their children should still be supporting them when they're making bad decisions. And you make bad decisions when you don't pay your car note, your car insurance, your rent, your light bill, your phone bill. That's making bad decision. And some children have the latest iPhone. They have to have the latest jeans, the latest footwear, the latest glasses, the latest this, the latest that. But you can't afford it if you got to come to your parents and ask for them to help you. Now, I have another son who needs nothing from us, but always there to help us because he feels he should give back. And that's what children should do. Not come and always take from their parents. Sometimes they don't even care if you, the parents, are going at each other because one is trying to help, another one is saying no, and they don't care as long as what they need is being taken care of. And if we're going that route to where we're going to always help them, then what happens to when you retire and you don't have a steady stream of income coming in because you're relying on your pension, your 401ks, or whatever you have in your bank account to maintain your lifestyle. I've seen so many people in their 70s going back to work to help their children. I'm not doing that. I'm not. So parents who are out there amassing their retirement to help their children, stop doing it. You're not helping them. I know people are going to say, oh, but then, if I help them, then I'm helping my grandchildren. If you help them, you're not helping your grandchildren because your grandchildren see you helping them and now think that you're supposed to also help them. Not understanding that they're the parent, I'm the grandparent. And this has been going on for a very long time in society where we think that we're supposed to bail them out. Who was there to bail you out? I know there was nobody there to bail me out. So we have to make sure everything we did it in moderations, right? Everything we did in moderations. Because we know that there's a bill to be paid and it's going to come due soon. And if you don't pay it, you may be without lights. Now we have 2 properties and we're getting ready to buy a 3rd property. And when I see them come and ask, can you help me? And they're asking for money now, $20 here, $20 here. You may think it doesn't add up until if you monitor it and see how much you help them, you're like, wow, this is almost a freaking mortgage. And they don't care. Because they're going to say to you, nobody told you to buy a second home or a 3rd. But it's not their business how many homes I want to buy or how my lifestyle is. My lifestyle is my lifestyle. You got to maintain yours. But coming to your parents for help, knowing that it's going to create a problem within your parents, shows me that you don't care about your parents. You care about yourself. And adults making adult decisions have to understand there's adult consequences to the decision you make. But don't make an adult decision and then come to your parents to now fix it for you. That's your problem. So my free thinkers that have children that are adults, stop helping them. Let them help themselves. Let them figure it out.